Right, we were right back to the N.y.a. show. We proceed through the week. You know what I'm saying? The first week of August, I know everybody getting back to school. I know traffic is changing. All of those things are occurring all at one time here in the state of Georgia. So please be careful as we move around. And I want to be sure that I say Spirit Arrested is a film by W3 Filmed It that's available on YouTube, starring my beautiful wife. It will be down in the comments for you, as well as how a mother is balancing life and the pursuit of dreams. The interview with Axel Breyonna by Ajay, Tambe, available on Spotify for you. And be sure that you go and check out my last story that I did about over there in Kenya, and they're putting up the dams that are going to be, to help with the flooding, and they use that water later on in the dry season to water all the plants because they, of course, one moment it's too much goddamn water and it's destroying stuff, and then the other moment there's not enough water and it's destroying stuff. So please be sure that you check that story out, as well as I did a story about the mosques that were being bombed, and then I did talk about how, of course, Kamala Harris has taken the lead over Joe Biden, and we were going to see what was to come of that as time moved on. Now my next story that I have is on riots erupt in the UK after a stabbing spree falsely blamed on asylum seeker. So let's see what the actual story is about and see if I can get, I think I'll have this video playing on in the corner too. If it'll play, I'll just read and we'll talk about what happened. Riots have been broken out in the UK in recent days over false rumors spread online that an asylum seeker was responsible for a mass stabbing at a Taylorswift themed dance event that left 3 girls dead and others wounded. The suspect has been identified as a 17-year-old axelrudakubana, who was born in Wales to Rwandan parents. So you don't have to guess the race. I would guess other person with Axel Rudakubana, who was born to Rwandan parents. Suspects under 18, they typically don't put their information out there, but because this was leading to violence over there in the UK, they said we got to go ahead and put the information out just so y'all can know that y'all getting false information and we can stop the killing, that is the riots that are taking place. So, now in the days since the stabbing spree, they've torched the library and messed up the mosque. They've flamed, they've thrown flares at, they said, the statue of wartime leader Winston Churchill statue, even getting to work out there as agitators tap into broader concerns with the scale of immigration in the UK. So similar to what's going on here when it comes to immigration, those same frustrations are taking place over here in the UK. Hundreds of people, widespread security measures in place with thousands of officers deployed. Other crimes may not be investigated fully. You don't think I have all of this going on around certain areas of different parts of England. We have things going on right now. So of course this is going to be the time where the other criminals can be like, well, there you got all their attention over there dealing with that. Let's get into our bad because they won't be able to get over here as fast. On Sunday, the violence was particularly acute in the North England town of Rotherham, where police struggled to hold back hundreds of rioters who sought to break into a Holiday Inn Express hotel being used for asylum seekers. The Prime Minister over there, Keir Starmer, vowed Sunday afternoon that the authorities would do whatever it takes to bring these thugs to justice. They wear that word thug out. They wore out thugs so much that if I would have actually took a guess to who they were talking about when I saw the images of everybody, that I would have thought they were talking about us the way they just thug, we taking them down. Look, I guarantee you they will regret taking part in this order, whether directly or those they said watching the action online and then they running away themselves. He said, this is not a protest. It is organized violence. He threw another one out there, thuggery, and it has no place on our streets or online. Starmer deemed anyone targeting people for the color of their skin or their faith to be far right. To be far right. People in this country have a right to stay safe, be safe, and yet we've seen Muslim communities targeted, attacks on mosques, other minority communities singled out, Nazi salutes in the streets, attacks on the police, violence alongside with a racist, he said, with racist rhetoric. So no, I won't shy away from calling it what it is, far right thuggery. He said that's a new one. Far right thuggery. I ain't never even heard of that. This reminded me, everything I'm seeing now in these pictures reminded me of January 6th. Everybody, do remember that. So before to bring the rioters under the control or some sort of control, the police officers were shielded. They were getting hit with all type of shit they was throwing at the officers, y'all. And see, the behavior we witnessed has been nothing short of disgusting. While it's a small number of those in attendance who chose to commit violence and destruction, those who simply stood and watched them, they said y'all were complicit. So how they be saying, yo, you were driving the car, my G. You may not have came in here and robbed the bank, but you drove the car. Tensions were also running high Sunday in the northeastern town of Middleborough, where some protesters broke free of the police guard. One group walked through a residential area, smashed through some windows, houses, and some cars. Hundreds of people have clashed with the police, throwing bricks, cans, and pots at the police. Rallies, cries have come with diffused group of social media accounts, but a key player in amplifying them is Tommy Robinson, leader of the England Defence League, EDL. The Merseyside police have linked the EDL to violent protests in Southport on Tuesday near the scene of the stabbing attack. So then they were mentioning this guy, Tommy Robinson. So Tommy Robinson, 41-year-old man over there in the UK, who he is not with immigration and he is not with Muslims. That is his stick when it comes to what he doesn't rock with. When I looked at his books that he put out, he is not rocking with Muslims, and he is not rocking with foreigners like immigration. He ain't with it. And here are some of the covers of the magazines of the paper out there showing you what was going on over there. And I thought, like I said, when you looked at this right here, you want to see people that were looking like us, but it is looking real January 6th when I'm looking at all of these pictures. Let me see if I can go more and more down. They set it off, burning shit. Like I said, throwing shit at officers. I didn't hear about too many people getting killed by the police out there. I didn't hear about them. They put a little tear gas out there, but they said it was some far right thuggery going on out there when I looked at all of these pictures. So it is important that you don't spread false information, because now he led all the people to go down there just like we know other people do, led him to go down there, and then it got popping. You know what I'm saying? It got popping, and now they're probably gonna try to prosecute him for it. They could try to link him to it, but it was really mirroring Trumpish and like January 6th. You know, that's what it's reminding me of when you're talking about people that taking matters in their own hands, or what was that one that went on in was that South Carolina? They will not replace us. Is giving that kind of energy. So y'all let me know what y'all thoughts on this story about these riots that erupted after they falsely were talking about as an asylum seeker that committed this crime to the point that the police had to give the name of an underage person out there in the public just so they can stop the spread of the fake news. So let me know what y'all thoughts on this story. It's the N.y.a show. I'll be right back with another story as we continue to push through the week, and I appreciate the continued support.